Okay, so turns out after a chat with a person yesterday, I updated my clip studio. Turns out, yeah, it's a lot better than the previous version I was using. For one, I can put in freaking hex codes into the color wheels or color selector, which really helps. So I end up redoing my whole entire art from yesterday. I was not happy with how it was turning out. The structure was not good. Well, the pose wasn't great. I just sort of I don't know. I must have been extremely blind when I was doing the previous one. See if I'll load up my previous one. Where is it? Gura cat shrimp. Like, ugh. Yeah, I think I was really trying to test out that silhouette blocking that I've watched a couple of people do, blocking silhouettes to paint, but I just don't think I can get the hang of it just yet. I will try and do more of them, but yeah, it turns out I'm not really doing the best job with the blocking situation. So I just thought I'd just go back to my old way, just do a scruffy sketch, and just try to get back to my old workflow. Uh, yeah, so of course we have little Gura over here, and the shrimps in the jar. I originally had her smiling with teeth, but I don't know. Maybe I will change it. Back. I just wanted to see how the normal smile looks. I was just wanted to make her look a bit more uh, quizzical, I guess is the word. All right. So I think I might start putting like the back of the base color, the back, the backing, base color. Let's go with base color. I don't actually know what the proper word is, or proper term. Uh, so, there we go. So the base color, or the base, should be something pretty neutral. So as so when I updated this thing, it gave me a whole bunch of different like things that I didn't quite understand. For one, actually, I was actually kind of cool. It was kind of cool finding this out. Person mentioned it yesterday that there's a time lapse feature in the new version in this version. Well, new to me, but probably old to the rest of you. Uh, and I was thinking about trying it out. But not probably not with this one. Maybe because I already like drew most of it. But maybe like in future art pieces or illustrations, I'll probably make a time lapse and probably edit it a little bit and throw it up on into the void. I think it'd be kind of cool to see the process or the those time lapse videos from YouTubes and whatnots. I always enjoyed watching. Well, I still do actually. I always enjoy watching people doing the time lapses where they start straight from sketch rather than starting from line art then coloring. Even even some of the time lapses I've watched had like the planning process where they draw all the thumbnails and like all that plotting stuff that some people do. I also enjoy seeing those types of time lapses as well. Doing actually blocking, not focusing on little bits. Maybe this should have been a grey. Well, it's all part of the process. Just see how things work, experiment, and what can possibly go wrong. So, it's kind of upset today. I was hoping to catch good old Shawk Gura's Sharknado vid, watch along. I watched Sharknado a few years back. It was a really, really goofy movie. Kind of, yeah, a goofy movie. Very fun to watch, but not really fun to watch when you're alone. I get, yeah. I'm sure some people out there watch Sharknado or videos of that type alone, but it's definitely a lot better when you view it with others. Maybe, maybe you'll be able to catch the watch along tomorrow with Shark Tale. I'm actually, uh, that'll be lots of fun tomorrow. Sip of coffee. So the other day, last night rather, I was working on my offline banner. Um, where is it? I'll go quickly grab it up here. My offline banner, which is this little piece over here. This thing. And as I was working on it, a massive thunderstorm was right on top of us, and I was really, because my computer and setup is not surge protected. So if our house got struck with lightning, possibly some of my equipment will blow. I don't know if that's how it actually works. I know probably the circuit breaker will do something, but I didn't want to risk it, so I had to like turn off my PC for the rest of the night because that thunderstorm would not let up. And so I was just stuck in bed listening to the very loud rumbles of the storm shaking my room. Just in total darkness, just me and myself and my thoughts. Eventually the thunderstorm did let up, but by that point I was dead exhausted. But for some reason not exhausted enough to not watch YouTube vids. It seems like YouTube is very much an addiction. I did end up watching this really curious video last night. It was if I remember the title off the top of my head, the title was Humans of Tomorrow or Tomorrow Humans or something of that nature. Basically, the video was just about I think it was a hypothetical story or narrative that talks about what humans will become in the future. And from from this example or from this narrative, they explore the idea of like a human civilization that has been found by a rather malevolent, or from our point of view, a malevolent alien race that genetically modified humans to be various types of things. Some humans get mutated into tools. Some humans get mutated into whatchamacallit, pets, and some humans just get mutated out of pure spite when they rebelled. And the whole story is about uh when those aliens left us, the remains of humanity after many years eventually re-evolved sentience and each one of those mutations sort of splintered off into their own sort of society. So, for example, we had like there was like a worm people that they just made for I don't know why. Aliens' thoughts are way above ours, but they made like worm humans that dig around and sift through the soil, probably for composting or something. And eventually, after the aliens left, after millions of years of evolution, the worm people eventually turned into snake people, who I think they were a peaceful, well, not peaceful. They were a an art loving race where they use vibrations as their as vibrations as their focal point of music. I think, going off the top of my head, I was like half asleep when I was watching it. It was really interesting. There was also a really weird, like a, I don't know how to explain it. There was also a weird uh, mutation that the aliens made, where they made, so there were like a bunch of humans that rebelled against the aliens. I think they're called Star People, or no, we'll just call them aliens, who rebelled against the aliens, and as a punishment, the aliens